Hello, good evening. I'm at 6s and 7s here really because I'm not used to the webcam being on this side of the room and the camera facing that way instead of this way. My computer's over here, so OBS is there. I've got the stream manager set up on a laptop over here, so it's just, yeah, a little bit different to my normal setup. Today I wanted to just go through and do some testing of some Amiga 1200s there. I've got this little this card here that's a accelerator, this Viper. I just wanted to try out that to see whether I can actually get that to work. Yeah, sorry about the low frame rate here too. That's really just to allow me to capture the Amiga monitor properly. So yeah, I might have to change that. We'll see how we go. But yeah. So last night, was it last night? Yeah, I think. G'day Neo, how you going? I'm not seeing your chat come up on my stream manager over here. I'm not quite sure why. I can see it in my OBS there. Sorry about the setup's a bit different. Just can't quite work out why I can't see this in real time here. There we go, that's better. I think that's working. No. That is, yeah, that side of the room is a lot tidier, that's for sure. This side here, you can't see really the mess. It's just a shambles. It's a shambles there. It's just shambles, general. I thought I'd be smart and set up my laptop over here so I can monitor the stream. But it's decided that it's not going to do the job for me. Not quite sure why. Seems to work okay on this computer. I'm just going to compare them. Stream manager. Yeah, that seems to be updating just fine there, but for some reason on my laptop it doesn't seem to be continuously updating. It just seems to stay where it is after a refresh. It's not helpful. The only difference is that's a Linux. This laptop over here you can't quite see is a Linux. Yeah, yep. But what I really want is I want to be facing this way, and I want to be able to just look at this computer here and see the chat. But for some reason it's not updating. Like if I refresh, right? If I do a refresh, it updates. Sorry about this. Technical issues. It updates, right? But then nothing. it's yeah, I don't quite know why it's not in real time. Oh, do I have to? Ah, there we go. I had to click play down here. You don't have to do that in the Windows. Yeah, now I can see. Okay, now I can see the chat there. Happy Friday to everyone. A weekend coming. Just going to quickly message my boy to tell him that I'm streaming. Okie dokie. There we go. Right. So it's going to be a bit disjointed, rambly this session, but you get the idea. So yesterday I had trouble with this card here. Basically, when I plugged it into this Amiga 1200 here, she just wouldn't boot. So what I'm thinking about doing is cracking out another Amiga 1200. I've got a few there to choose from, and just to see whether I can make any sense of that. And I've got the SCSI CD-ROM drive set up here. That's connected and working. I just realized that I've got another, I showed you this last time. I've got this other external CD-ROM, but that's got the PCM-CAA type interface. SCSI, Squirrel SCSI. And I realized later that I think the reason why it wasn't working is because I didn't have the bloody terminator in. So I want to try that. I'll set the ID exactly the same as this one, which I think is ID 3. I have to double check that. And then see whether that can just plug in and go. And also, yep, PCM-CAA to SCSI. Pretty handy. Also, I found this at storage. It is a Mountain, let me get some better light onto it. CD7 Mountain 7-disc CD-ROM changer. Also SCSI. I'm hoping that's working because it's looking a little bit grubby on the outside, but I think we should just power it up, see how we go. In fact, if I set the ID on that and plug it straight in, I've got this fancy, well, it's not all overly fancy, is it? It's just an adapter from that connector there. Is that 68 pin? 68 pin SCSI to 50 pin SCSI. That's actually an Amiga. That's actually an Amiga adapter, that one. 50 pin, 68 pin. Should look at what I'm doing. Okay. A little bit of crud in there. So the plan is to have a look at that as well. In fact, I think that's where I'll start. And I'll just put that accelerator aside for a bit. So that there. This is hooked into my zip, right? So the zip drive is plugged into the Amiga, and then the SCSI drive here, the CD-ROM is plugged in to the zip drive. So I think, actually, first of all, does it have a CD in it? I think it does. Let me just crank it up. Let me know if you find that camera frame rate annoyingly slow, because I've got it set down so that it'll capture the CRT here properly, as I don't have proper capture set up here. Right, so I reckon if I steal the Terminator, so we're set to ID4 there, pull the Terminator off there, oh, this one's got a Terminator, but I'll need the Terminator for that other one, so I'll leave that off. And then let's just unplug this cable. And I've got to set the ID on this one for 4. SCSI ID. SCSI ID is set for 2 at the moment. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 4. Then SCSI 2 compatibility is off. SCSI parity check is on, and SCSI Terminator is on. So that should already be set to 4, ID 4. That one there. 1, 2 and 4. So 4 is on. So I'm assuming that's set to ID 4. She's a bit dusty. I'm hoping this, I should really take the side off it, have a good look, make sure it's clean, but that would be the logical thing to do, right? Let's have a listen to it, see if it makes any horrible noises. I think it's searching through all the discs. Yes, you bastard. That'll have to do. Disc 1. Disc 2. Nothing in there. She might be empty. Disc 3. Disc 4. I think she's empty. I like how the tray, if you notice the tray, the way it slides in, it does a little rock back and forward, and that's to position the CD into the drive, into the carrier. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's load disc 1. I won't put my fancy bloody OS 3.5 disc in there. I'll put in an Aminet CD. It's reading. Something's happening. Bloody focus hunting. Not enough light. Here we go, Aminet. Aminet CD. Sorry about this capture. It's working. It's working perfectly. Let's put Workbench 3.5 in disc 2. So it's picking up. There it goes. It's swapping now, I think. Oh, actually, I think for these multi-changer units, you have to, when you run the setup utility, I think you have to tell it that there's, I'll show you that, that's the IDE fix setup utility. Yes, it's just picking up the Aminet disk. Yeah, it's actually, oh, there we go. It's trying to read it. Yeah, that's definitely the Aminet disk. It's still reading there. So although I've told it, or I've loaded disk 2, it's not picking it up. Sorry about the focus, bloody hell. Why is it not focusing? Slightly better. It just needs something to focus on. Slightly better, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, the capture's not ideal. Lack of capture. So if we run the, where did I put it? IDE fix here. That's the installed part. install. Yeah, it is focus hunting A. Yep. Yep. So this IDE fix software, although you'd imagine that's just for IDE drives, it actually handles SCSI as well. And it does cache CDFS2. There's a CD32 emulator and a Play CD software. This package is a complete solution for all your IDE and CD-ROM problems. IDE Fix allows you to use 4 hard drives and SideQuest drives with your IDE port TAPI, IDE CD-ROMs, cache CDFS, blah blah blah. Or SCSI2 CD-ROM, exclamation. So I'm just going to go over the top of what's already there. Okay, so yep, we've got Unit 4 here. We'll use that. How many disks fit into your drive? 7, yes. 7. Would you like to mount CD-ROM automatically? Yes. Your CD-ROM changer has 7 disks. Do you wish to access them through different device names? Or do I just have this single drive with, you know, it depends which disk is loaded as to which disk you get, I think. I'll choose no on that one. It's CD4, it's ID4. Yes. Mount it, yes. Blinking lights. Play CD, I think, is already installed. Okay. So, Aminet, right. And now I'm installing. That's disk 2 now, right? And I'm hoping we should see the Workbench 3.5 disk. No, we don't. We've got Aminet again. So now it's loading the Aminet disk. Try that again. Yeah, see, again, it's just loading the Aminet icon, the CD icon, and when I double click it, it loads the Aminet CD again. So I wonder if I have to give, I wonder if I do have to choose yes to that that option where it says, do you want to give it a separate drive name for each disk? Maybe I should try that. Use disk change interrupt. Not quite sure. I wonder if that needs to be on as well. What is the name for the AMIGAugust device? CD-14. Mount CD-14 now. Oh, I see. So it's going through each disk, is it? Huh. I'm just leaving the defaults, but it's just going to go through 7 of them, 10 increments, starting at 54. I should probably change that. Not sure how this is going to behave. Oh, look. So, hang on a minute. So if I load this thing up, that's the OS 3.5 disk. That's AMINet, right? So that's disk 1, that's disk 2. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, that's working perfectly, right? So if I go disk 3 here, and we'll load up old mate Super Frog. And I would expect to get all 3 of these icons here. It's actually going through and searching each disk, or searching each bay, if you know what I mean. So we should get a Super Frog icon, I would think, coming up next. We do. That is awesome. So what you can do is you can load this beast up with 7 CDs, and you can just have them all here, right? That is so cool. I'm going to load this thing up. What else have I got here? More AMINets. Let's have a look here. Got a whole bunch of CDs down there. This is working better than I thought it would. Just want to try and find something that's a little bit different for each one, rather than just loading it all up with AMINet CDs. That's AMINet. Cover discs. It won't matter if I whack a few AMINets in there. I'm sure we'll be able to differentiate them. BCI net. I'm not even sure what the hell this is, to be honest. All the latest Amiga related programs hot off the archives of the internet, complete with easy to use customized interface written just for the CD. Okay, so that's number 4. And we've got BCI net 2. Put that on 5. I think it's going through and it's reading all the discs. Each time you add a disc, it goes through by the look of it, and it rereads every single bay as such, so that it can populate, you know, the icons on the screen. Pretty cool. A little bit laborious though if you're trying to load it up quickly. Okay. 6. And then let's whack in Aminet set 1 disk disk A. Right, that's the whole lot. 7 discs. Bloody focus hunting. Focus. Is it stable? No, it's not. I've got the, so the focus is there, sort of, I'm trying to put the focus there. Will it focus on that? No. It might focus on this here. The challenges of capturing an actual CRT. I'm really close to pushing the go button on a open source scan converter actually. Oh, okay, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Aminet 11, that's disk 1. OS 3.5 is disk 2. SuperFrog disk 3. Then we had BCI net, was it disk 4? BCI net 2, disk 5, disk 6. We're missing one, are we? 1, 2, 3. Did I miss one? Six is BCI net 2. Yeah, see, that is a little issue there, where if you eject a disk and you just reinsert it again, it's going to go through the whole list again, right? It's going to go through search each bay again. That's a little bit painful. So that one's out there. Five. Did I miss 4? BCI net 2, that's the one that I just looked at. 6. Superfrog. Yeah, actually 4 is BCI net. Ah, it was 5. Ah, there, just work something out. Okay. It's a little bit quirky, but it makes sense. So 5 was empty. If I just put disk B in, let's say, AmiNet, if I hit 5 to reload 5, it will then initialize that search right through all bays. But if I hit another number, let's say I want to see what's in 7, it bypasses that process and just ejects 7. So now I can just go, let's check 1. AmiNet 11. Disk 2 should be Workbench 3.5. Yep, disk 3 should be Superfrog. Then disk 4 was that AmiNet BCI net. Disk 5 is AmiNet set 1, disk B, which I want to swap because I'll put the other BCI one right beside it. So let's get BCI out of 6. It's BCI 2 actually. BCI net 2 out of 6. We'll put AmiNet in 6 instead, and then let's load that into 5. And now we should be set. So if I hit 5 to reload 5, it should go through its read process, reading each disk. That's really pleasing, isn't it? I must say that works really well. So we should see some of the disks start to populate on the Workbench screen here. There's AmiNet, so that's disk 1, wasn't it? AmiNet 11, that is. slowly populating it. I wonder if it has to do this every time you reboot the computer. AmiNet, disk 1. OS 3.5, disk 2. SuperFrog, disk 3. Was it BCI Net disk 4? Not that it really matters. I can't see BCI Net 2. Where did BCI Net 2 go? There's AmiNet Set 1 disk B, AmiNet Set 1 disk A, BCI Net, I can't see it. So if I want AmiNet 11, bingo. SuperFrog, bingo. BCI Net, bingo. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, that is really cool. Where's my bloody BCI Net 2 though? It's there. It's in disk 5. Why did it not pick up? I thought that would rescan. Let's see what a reboot does. So yeah, you get a blank screen until this is finished. And a little flash of the hard disk light. There we go. We've got BCI Net 2 now and 1. Oh, look at that. We've got everything now, I think. So we've got AmiNet 11, disk 1, OS 3.5, disk 2, SuperFrog, disk 3, BCI Net 1, disk 4, BCI Net disk 2 is disk 5, AmiNet Set 1A, disk 6, AmiNet Set 1, disk B, 7. Awesome. Love it. Apart from the fact that it increases your boot time, right? Because it's got to scan the entire set. There might be a better way of handling it. I'm trying to remember how Windows handled it. It's been a long time since I've used this drive, but that is seriously cool. Yeah, that is so cool. Righto. Okay, next thing. Let's see if this squirrel drive will work. I'm tempted to just leave those discs in there, actually. If I just turn this off. Down there in the meantime, and crack out this little beastie here. This is the Squirrel SCSI, and we're set to ID 4. I just need a terminator, I think, and I'm hoping this will work. I've had this drive working before, so there's no reason why it shouldn't. Actually, I need that plugged in there. Terminator. Yep, power. Room. Room is what I need. Okay. That's the PCMCIA plugged in. That is power to the drive. I might need to rerun that IDE fix utility. What shall I use? Aminet. Aminet set1 disk C. Yeah, there is a queue on the tray. Yes, it's numbered, labelled. Oh yeah, it's going to have a fit because it's looking for all those other SCSI, effectively SCSI devices. Abort. Abort. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. The screen, basically we've got error messages here to say it can't find SCSI ID unit number 24, unit 34, 44. Right, now that has sorted itself. Let's rerun this ADE fix here. Okay. Yeah, SCSI doesn't find it. Oh, there is in it down here. Oh, where is it? Tandem CD PCI. It says it's unit 0. But that's not right. It should be unit 4. No. Yeah, this looks similar to the problems I was having before. I think maybe I need to actually install the Squirrel SCSI, you know, CD-ROM driver, which I don't have handy, so yeah, no, we'll worry about that another time. Abort. Yep. Okay. So this computer's going to have an issue every time that bloody every time it boots, looking for those missing IDs now. That's next cab off the rank, this accelerator. Okay, I'll worry about that later. Put that down there with that one. Okay. Now I think instead of actually, shall I put that other drive back on this one here? I'll come back to that, because what I want to do is install this Viper 1230. That's the one I had to go at last time in this machine. He says, pointing to it. If you saw my last stream, you would have seen the I did pull the card out of here. It's got the Blizzard 1230 in it, and I put this card in and it failed to boot. So and then I had trouble getting that the Blizzard back in. It was awkward. So I thought that what I'll do is I'll use one of these other Amigas, these other 1200s here, and see if we have any luck with that. So we'll just do the old swap-a-rooney. That's probably one of the tidier Amiga 1200s I've got. It's a little bit yellowed down here. But yeah, it's a nice example. And what do we got here? Next cab off the rank. This one here, another 1200. What have we got? We've got something in this one, have we? Let's have a look. Alice won't mind if we use her blanket. What have we got here? A1200 8 meg RAM, FPU and RTC. Okay, well that's nice and easy to get out. Edge computers. Everyone remember Edge computers? Look at the RAM stick. Date code 9495. Or is that the 5th month? 94. 5th month, I'd say. 8 meg module, I'm assuming. Okay, let's try. Oh, well, actually, before I go doing that, I should double check that this machine is actually working. Pretty sure last time I used it, it was working. Do we need a mouse? Put a mouse in. I'm not even sure it's got a working hard drive in it actually. Let's have a look here. Seems to be booting. Disk activity. Some sort of weird cycling, is it? Oh no, here we go. Yep, that's working. Just takes a while to boot. Okay. Righto. This is the A1200 FE20B, so we figured that it's probably a 20 megahertz CPU, and it's got the FPU 33 megahertz FPU by the look of it. And this time I will put the trapdoor on. Trapdoor doesn't fit. Yeah, trapdoor doesn't fit. That clock crystal there is sitting very proud. Sounds promising. It's making the right floppy drive noises. Hard drive light is, I think, behaving in much the same way it did before. Oh, it's working. It's working. Have I got... Oh. Where's that utility? It feels like the processor's working. Show config. Yep, A30 68882 FPU, A30 MMU. So I would like to throw on, what is it? Do I have sysinfo? Sysinfo. Here we go. that's exciting. I thought that card might have been faulty, but it just, maybe it didn't like that other computer for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I know that it felt like it was hanging down quite a bit. Not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with not being able to get that trapdoor on. Okay, let's do a speed test here. What do we got? We have a 25 megahertz A1200 with an FPU, the 68882, and an MMU that is not in use. So we need to get MU libs on here, right? I don't know if I've got that on floppy. I think it's an installer. Let's see what sort of difference we get by putting the MMU libs on. Just G'day Escordian. I am messing around with Amiga 1200s tonight, and I've just put in a into this Amiga 1200 we've got on the bench here. That one there. I've just put a Viper T1230 accelerator card in it, and I tried that actually on with another computer, not one of these ones here, but another one behind me, and it didn't boot, and I thought that accelerator might have been faulty, but I've just put it into this machine that boots just fine. And so we're running a that's running the Motorola 68030, 25 megahertz, and it's got the FPU. Yeah, we've got the FPU there, but the MMU libs is not loaded. So I'm just sort of trying to find if I've got the MMU libs handy, or whether I have to copy it from my other computer. Yeah, just a nice little computer. I'll show you what I removed from it, just to put in this accelerator card for testing. I definitely need to copy that MMU libs onto a floppy disk. I removed this here, which is a 1200 8 meg RAM FPU real-time clock. Doesn't have the FPU in it, right? That's the PLCC type, isn't it? Yeah, PLCC FPU, not populated. That's a bugger. And we've got some RAM, I'm assuming 8 meg, not 100% sure. I'll whack that back into the computer and we'll check that with sysinfo once I get my MMU libs disk sorted. In fact, it could be on this cross-DOS disk here. That cross-DOS disk. Yep. So it gave you the opportunity to add your own chip, I guess, eh? Yeah, sorry about the capture, or lack of. No, it's not on here. I don't have a capture set up for the 15 kilohertz output of the RGB on these Amigas at this stage. And so, yeah, I'm pretty close to ordering an OSSC, open source scan converter. Pretty damn close. So next time I do Amiga streaming, I'll be more organized, but this will do in the meantime. At least you guys can see, you know, some of the hardware and bits and pieces that I'm having a wee play around with here. So let's see if I can get MMU libs onto that. I've also been playing with SCSI CD-ROM drives, and we had a 7-disc CD changer on just before, and that works really nicely. It's very pleased with that. Okay, where did I put MMU libs? Oh yeah, I found it. It is, let's see, oh, and I found the LHA, but it's 718K, which I think is that going to fit on this floppy? It might just, you know. 720K floppy, DOS. Let me see, is it going to... Nope. I need 7K of space to copy this. Oh no. I wonder if I zip it. Oh no, because then I can't unzip it at the other end. What do I need out of here? Install contributions. I might just take part of the disk. Oh, that's right. The problem with doing this is it's all well and good to use cross-DOS, but the problem is that it bloody truncates all the file names to, you know, the 8.3 DOS format. It's a right pain in the ass. So I'm trying to think of an easy way to get that over to this computer. I have two Super Frogs because when I bought this collection, it happened to have two Super Frogs. Two Super Frogs. One with the insert, one without. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, no. So, and the complicating thing is that so you can use cross-DOS, right? But you have this issue with it truncating all the file names. And then, so the other thing you might think is, I'll just put it into a compressed file like mmu.zip or something, right? And whack that onto the floppy disk and then bring it over to the Amiga. The problem is I can't extract zip on here. I can, yes, I can use serial, but I'm not set up for it. Yep. And the LHA file is 7K too big to put onto this bloody floppy disk. I could pull the drive and just, because I'm pretty sure it's a compact flash, pull the drive and take it over to the computer and whack it on there. That's one way of doing it. It would be really nice. Actually, what I could do, would that work? If I could get the LHA onto a floppy, I'll use my other computer, write the LHA out to a disk, because I've got it on the other computer, pretty sure. It's a bloody roundabout way, but it's pretty much all I can do at the moment. And that way I'll have a floppy disk that I can put in my little kit and not have to go through this rigmarole again. Oh, jeepers. Well, that's nice, eh? Isn't that good? It's all up and running. I wonder what the solution is to this trapdoor issue, though. You know, that's just not going to go anywhere near it. Well, that's a little bit too much force for my liking. So it's almost like it just needs like a thin sheet. A thin plastic sheet would probably do quite well there. But how do you, the other question is, how do you keep it on there? That's the other thing. Or a slightly modified one of these might be another option. But I don't have a 3D printer. But that could be quite a good use of a 3D printer, wouldn't it? Let's slightly modify that. Maybe just bring up a little step on here. Yeah. The thing with that other one is it felt like it was hanging down quite a bit, and I was wondering if, so when I last stream, I took this out and I put that other accelerator into here, but it felt like it was flopping down quite a bit, and I was wondering if that's why it wasn't working. So I'd actually, when I fired the computer up, I held the accelerator up, you know, just lightly to stop it from falling down with my fingers while I turned the computer on. It still didn't boot. It was absolutely black screen, nothing on the screen. But that's my Blizzard 1230. That's got a 50 megahertz 030. This one flies. It goes quite well, and it's got the SCSI. It's got the SCSI attachment as well. Actually, that trapdoor, that's going to work quite nicely there, I think. Is it? Yeah, I think this trapdoor will work quite well here. You know, I'm really tempted to whack the FPU in here from that other accelerator, because this one's a lot faster. Not that there's much that uses the FPU, right? But it's just cool to have. Yeah, see, it's bulging up a little bit. It's not bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, this is probably going to complain as well because I don't have the CD-ROM plugged in. It's going to grizzle and moan. Yeah, that's all good. Don't panic. I could probably just leave that. Sort of wondering why all my colours are washed out. Anyway, MMU, did I put it in here? Yep, it's a Rode, wireless Rode. It is good. I had a little lavalier mic that plugs into this one. There's a 3.5mm stereo socket in this microphone here, and then I would have my lavalier clipped on here, and then this would just go in my pocket, right? That was really nice, but the lavalier mic crapped itself, so I have to I just order another one at some stage. The lavalier is a one of these lavalier Go. That there. But yeah, I don't know. I have strained it a couple of times, but I thought it might have been a little bit stronger. It's yeah, even though I strained it a couple of times, it still worked. It just sort of gave up the ghost out of the blue. So at some stage, it worked. Yeah, the wireless mic's really good. The only downside is obviously you've got battery life to think about. But I mean, it lasts for bloody hours. I'm about halfway, and I have been streaming for an hour and a half, and that includes the hour and a half I did the other night as well. So it's 3 hours in, and it's probably just used half of its battery capacity. I think it's about half at this stage. So there's AMIGAugust there, but will that fit onto a disc? That's the other thing. Start to lose my voice here. Talking too much. I've got some blank discs over here. See if it'll fit on. Demos. Yep. The Rode was quite expensive, yeah. But a hell of a lot better than the bloody Sony I bought, which wasn't that much cheaper. God, that was a piece of crap. The Sony one, granted I wasn't using this camera. At the time I was using I think it was a Nikon. There was a whole lot of background hiss noise. It was just horrible. Couldn't use it. Okay. Oh, there's the LHA there. Okay. Oh, that's good. I should be able to just copy that. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Thank you. It's bloody hard to capture this. I have to sort of have something, because the focusing's happening about there somewhere, down here. And this is being a flat surface. Not overly happy with it. If I can get it to focus on something. Tell you a pain in the ass. This probably will that help? Is that going to stay focused? That's nothing too exciting going on anyway, just copying emulib.lha to the floppy disk. Not sure if I've got directory opus on the other computer. That's quite handy for decompressing. Or I just use LHA, I guess, but Actually, I wonder if the decompressed one would fit onto a floppy. Let's just try that. Maybe a quicker option. Genealogy data. I would like to rename that. Yeah, I've got the dopest disc, yeah. In fact, you don't really need dopus, you can just use LHA, but I've got a funny feeling this is going to fill the disc. So I'm extracting the LHA onto a floppy disk, and I think it was, what did I say before? This is probably not going to work because it's like 1.2 meg, and these are 880K. Yeah, so I could set it manual, but yeah, as you say, I'm moving the camera all the time. And this camera, you can't change much once it's in streaming mode. You can't change a lot. Like I can't even change. I've got focus reticules about here, and I can't change that unless I take it out of stream mode and whack it back in again. You know, take it out of stream mode, adjust the focus to where I want it to be, or set, manual focus or autofocus, whatever. And then I have to put it back into stream mode. It's right pain in the butt. You can't change that on the fly. It's not really made for streaming, this camera. It's a Sony ZV-1. Also not overly cheap, but I've got an unrelated YouTube channel, and it pretty much pays for all of my toys and bits and pieces. It's my work YouTube, and yeah, so that and the Patreon from that pays for you know, my camera and bits and pieces, my mics and whatnot. So yeah, yep, yep. So that was a fail. Should have put a bit more thought into that. Anyway, I've got mmulib.lha on a floppy disk now. So if we go back to the other computer, just in case you're wondering, that one behind, the taller one, that's an A500 Plus. My camera's starting to work its way off its mount here. Okay, this beastie. Oh yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, I wonder if, do you think someone might have upgraded it? You didn't buy it new, did you? Did you buy it second hand? And maybe someone's upgraded a 500? I wonder. What else do I need here? Nothing. Okay. Dopus. Hopefully I've got Dopus installed. Oh, I've actually got LHA right here. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, look, there's the squirrel scuzzy. Ah, okay. I wonder if I plug the bloody squirrel CD-ROM into this, whether it'll just work. Because, yeah, I've built this machine probably quite some time ago from scratch. And it's quite possible. Oh, there's Opus, directory Opus here. Okay, that's cool. Hopefully we've got the archiver. Yes, we do. Okie dokie. Oh, where's that going? It didn't ask me where what the destination is. Is it putting it on MMU libs? It's extracting it to the hard drive. Shit, where's it putting it though? Okay. Wouldn't be surprised that'd be something Commodore would do, eh? I was just thinking the other day when I was mucking around with these you know, the wedge computers, because I'm so used to using the Amiga, the 2000s, and they've got bloody noisy fans in them, and they're on. These here are completely silent until you plug in and use a external SCSI CD-ROM drive with a noisy fan in it. Then it kind of reminds you that you've got a running computer again. Now, where the hell did it put that? I'm just hoping it didn't just chuck it straight in the root somewhere, eh? Yeah, it's got to be here somewhere. Did it go on the RAM disk? No. That's where I was just then. Demos, empty. Didn't put it in there, did it? No. On my other system, it actually, when you run that program, it actually asks you where you want to extract the file to. Okay, let's whack it into, I'll just put it into work. Create a folder in there, a drawer. What are you doing? It took that as a double click. You're not going to extract that, are you? What are you going to do now? Okay. It's listing all the files there. Right, if I do that and copy. Right. We'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there eventually. All this just for some benchmarking, eh? Okay. LHA extract. Nope. Already, oh, DH1 MMU lib. DH1. I can't stop it, can I? Skipping. DH1 MMU lib. It is there. DH1. What's DH1 work? MMU lib. That's right there. Look. Oh, that's the one that I just created. But it's saying all those files are there. Let's have a look here. Work, MMU lib. What? Oh. Why is this one not giving me the option to choose a destination for these extracted files? Is it a different version? Yeah, version 5. I've got the 5.1 update here somewhere. 5.11. Oh, can I be bothered? Let's do it this way. New shell. LHA X, isn't it? Just X, LHA X, MMU lib dot LHA. Now I did note down the dry stones for the other computer. So that one that I had up before with the 50 megahertz 030 CPU is 8442. Okay. Let's note down this one. Directory opus is, what's it doing? Okay. Workbench tools, sysinfo. Speed. Right, this is with no FPU enabled. Sorry, no MMU libs. So this is the A1200 with the Viper. No MMU. Is we're getting 4352. Just over half of what I was getting with the other, the Blizzard with the MMU enabled. Now this with the FPU should make a difference, right? Let's have a look at the memory though. Yeah, 8 meg fast and 2 meg chip, right? Yep, so that's an 8 meg stick. Right, let's install the MMU. What do I do here first? Just copy it into C or something, don't you? Installation. Okay, so installation of the MMU library. I thought there was an installer. Copy MMU library to the libs. That's it. Copy libs/MMU library to libs. Yeah. So effectively, I just have to copy that to the libs folder. Done. And then, do I need to reboot? Probably should, right? Do these other ones need to go? I'm not sure about that. I might have a better read through this later. I thought there was an installer. Install. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, definitely part of the fun. And yes, a reboot doesn't take long. Sys, we'll whack it into sys. Do you want to back up? Whatever. Yeah. Read me first. Da da da. Okay. No. I should have said yes on that other computer. I didn't. Please try to download the 43.6 edition of set patch. I've got, what does it say, 43.6. I do have a disc here that's labelled set patch latest. I'm not sure how much of a difference it will make. Dopers, etc. I could just put bloody Workbench 3.5 on here, couldn't I? iOS 3.5. Set patch 43.6. Oh, that's on the actual disk. And I just have to work out where to put it. I'll worry about that later, but that's definitely something to think about as well. But that disk there's got set patch. But if I get the CD, if I plug the CD drive in, I could just whack bloody OS 3.5 on. There's lots of tools there. I'll just go for the defaults there. Should I run EMU fast ROM on startup? So I guess, is that like BIOS shadowing or something like that? Why not? It's doing something. I hope. I hope it hasn't just crashed. I remember this did take a wee while on when I was installing this on the A1200. There it goes. Yeah. 25 megahertz CPU in this Viper. So the 20 on the chip, labeling on the chip, is actually 25 megahertz. That's interesting. And I think it's got the 33 megahertz FPU, but that's probably just running at 25, right? Oh, I can't put the FPU, that's right. I can't put the FPU from this board here into my 50 megahertz Blizzard because unless the FPU can run at a different speed. I haven't looked into that. Okay, let's reboot. We'll rerun the sysinfo. Oh, booting off that bloody disk, is it? Oh no. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I think it tried to boot off that floppy. I just realised how late it is. 12:30. I should get to bed soon. I'm actually working tomorrow, or tomorrow morning for a little bit. Oh, flashing power LED. Uh-oh. Did I just screw it? Yeah, 12:30, half an hour after midnight, yeah. Did I just screw this bloody install though? It's doing something. Yep. Flashing power LED again. Yep. I think I bricked it. Software failure. Guru meditation basically, and it's rebooting again. Oh, you bastard. I probably could fix it. That's a bugger because I wanted that squirrel CD-ROM. I can still get that off here. Check it out. It's happy for a while. It's happy. Yeah. I don't mind installing operating systems. What's it doing now? That's different. Well, it hasn't done flashy. Maybe it knows that we're watching it. I've just got a black screen though. and now it's just black screen again. Oh, bugger. Oh well. I'm sure the file system is still intact, so I'm assuming I can. I'll just pull the compact flash card out and slave it onto the computer and just copy across stuff that I want there. But that's a pain in the ass. Yep. Well, I think on that note, I might just call it, and that's a little job for later on. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. Where are you, Accordion? I'll be back online again probably tomorrow. Oh, Sweden. Yep. So you'll be a fair way behind us in the time zones. Yep. Oh, nice. Yeah. So I'll probably be on because it's basically Saturday morning now here. I'll probably hop on for another stream tomorrow. I quite enjoy just messing around with the Amigas. I'm happy to, reinstall operating systems and things like that. So I would like to sort of go through these machines and benchmark them, But yeah, that's a bit of a worry. I'd be tempted to actually back up the compact flash, back up the operating system before I go, whacking MMU libs back on. I didn't have any problems with that last one, but this one just seems to be not happy. I guess I could undo some of it. I just don't know exactly what it did in the background, but maybe just move out that mmu.library from the libs folder. I don't know whether that would resurrect it or not, but I think what I'll do is I'll back up that compact flash and then mount it in WinUAE, grab those bits and pieces that I want off the disk, and then just build another OS and go from there. But yeah, no, I'm starting to get a bit tired, so I'll head off. But thanks for calling in, guys, and I'll probably be doing a similar sort of thing tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon, maybe in the evening. I'm not 100% sure. I'll probably get an earlier start tomorrow. I think I started tonight at about 10 p.m. So I've been going for just over 2 hours. Yeah. So about 10:15 I think I started, which is a bit late for me, but yeah, enjoying mucking around with it. So yep, keep an eye out for the stream tomorrow. We might catch you then. Thanks very much. I'll have a wee look and see if there's anyone that we can raid. I don't think Carcinomi's still on. We'll have a wee look here. Is he? Is he still on? He's still playing whatever this game is. Let's raid Carcinomi. Thanks, guys. Catch you later on.